Friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I've got a little bit of everything that I want to share with you. Some fun things that I thrifted and then how I'm going to style that in my home, in my living room. So I wanted to go ahead and complete my patriotic decorating in my living room for summer using some of the things that I recently thrifted. So let's get started. Friends, before we get started in the video, I want to share a gift that was given to me by one of my friends here in the hometown that I live in. We kind of grew up together. She's a little bit younger than me, but she is such a dear friend. She gifted me with this gorgeous quilt that she made, and it is absolutely stunning. I tell you, she is so incredibly talented. And she made this special for me because she knows I love vintage. She has all this fabric that is reproduction of some of the vintage material that they used to use. And as I'm looking at this gorgeous quilt that my friend Sheila made me, I can see so many of these materials that were used in the quilts that my grandmother quilted and had given to us. So this is such a treasure and such a labor of love. I feel so undeserving of this amazing quilt that she made. It is just incredible, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and show you how wonderful it is. And I just want to give a big shout out to Sheila and say thank you, my sweet and wonderful friend. You truly are such a gift from God. Friends, we all need a Sheila in our life. So I just had to share this with you. I'm going to style it on the edge of my bed and just show you what it looks like in my bedroom. I'm just absolutely in love with this quilt. Thank you, Sheila. I love you, dear friend. Friends, I saw this ball glass jar at the thrift store. Of course, it's missing the lid, but that didn't bother me at all because I knew it would be perfect to style fresh flowers in my kitchen window, or maybe even add a flag. I just think it's so beautiful. It says made in the USA. It was $1.98, and again, this was half price the day I grabbed it, and I just think it's going to be perfect to use in my decorating. The next thing I found, and this I got last year, was this amazing eagle. And it's in pretty rough condition. It's got paint and dirt and I don't know what all on it. But we're going to give it a makeover, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. I thought he would go absolutely perfect right here where I have this spot on my wall. So let's give this a makeover, and then we're going to hang it right there. I also remembered that I had the star that I got in an estate sale last year, so I thought I would grab this so I could use it in my decorating this year. So I've got that pulled out to use, and I also remembered about that I had these rulers. One of my subscribers said she had made a star out of these, and it reminded me that that's what I was going to do. So I grabbed these, and I'm going to pull these out, and you can easily make these into stars. And friends, you can find these at garage sales all the time, so make sure you're looking for these because these are so adorable. The other thing I found while thrifting was this gorgeous chunky bowl. It is so amazing. It was $1.09, and it is marked USA, and it's a haul piece, and it's absolutely amazing. So when I seen it sitting there, I couldn't grab it quick enough. I'm so excited to use this in my decorating. And also when I was at the thrift store, I happened to see this bag of thread hanging on the wall. I believe most of this has been in a fire or something because a lot of it has a lot of black on it, but that's okay. I'm going to fish out a few things that I want to use in my decorating today. So To do this makeover on this eagle, I'm going to first paint it black, and then I'm going to take this Rub and Buff in the color Gold Leaf, and I'm just going to go over it, and I will show you how it completely transforms this eagle. Y'all, isn't this absolutely gorgeous now? Oh, I'm so in love with this. Okay, so let's hang this up and see how this looks. So I didn't hang it probably exactly where it needs to go, but that nail was already there, so I placed the eagle right there. I moved the Uncle Sam picture over, and I could put that nail in between the shiplap, and so that's what I did. It's not perfect, but you know what, friends? Perfect is overrated, so I say it's perfectly imperfect, and that's how I pretty much live my life on the daily. So I think it's gonna work, and I absolutely love it. Y'all tell me what you think. So I want to give this area a little refresh as well. Now, I love my Jesus pictures, and I want to keep it here because when I sit on the couch, I actually look across. I always look at my family's photos right there, and I love also seeing this picture of Jesus. And so it's just a reminder of, you know, how important God is in my life. It reminds me to pray, to seek Him. It's just such a blessing, and so I love having one right there. So I'm kind of just scooting things down and rearranging just a little bit. Now I'm going to take this picture down. I'm going to scoot down this mirror a little bit, and I'm going to add in a few things right here. Now I had an extra one of these that I printed that just happened to be the perfect size to fit right here. Yes, I do have this exact print on my gallery wall, but that's okay. When I sit on the couch, I can't see my gallery wall, so I can look across and I'm going to see this. And I also have this Good Housekeeping print, but that's okay. I happen to have the cover off of this magazine, and so I'm going to take it and I'm just going to place it right inside this mirror, and that will be the perfect place to display this gorgeous print. I also want to tuck in this beautiful print that my friend Jean E gave me a while back. I absolutely love using this in my home. It's just so beautiful, and I thought it would look gorgeous right here. Now let's work with this ball jar. Now I just grabbed a stem of those Cosmos because I've used them in other places in my home. I thought it'd be so pretty to add there, and I just have some greenery that I tucked inside, which is some fern. There's no way to hang this on my peg shelf without adding wire because it wouldn't hang right. So I just put some wire around there, added a loop, and I'm going to hang it on this peg shelf. It doesn't hang perfectly straight, but I think that gives it some charm. So I just think this looks like some wild flowers stuck in a vase, and it's just so pretty, I think, right there. So I really like the way this top has come together. So now let's work on that little table right underneath. Now y'all know I've got my daddy's Bible there, so the only thing I did was grab the sheet music, and I like it because it has the red and the white and the blue in there. So I just really want to just kind of display that so it will show, and I'm basically going to put everything back like it was. I'm just going to add a certain few things. So I think I'm going to tuck this star right behind here. I'm going to bring back that jar of buttons, and then I'm going to take the little coin purse that was on the top shelf. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to set it by this gorgeous compo dish, and then I'm just going to add in one of those metal stars. Now let's style this coffee table, which is this antique trunk that I have. I've been most excited about decorating this space right here, so I've gathered a few things that I want to use. I pulled in this beautiful quilted piece that I've had in my laundry room, and I think it's going to work perfect here because of all that beautiful red, white, and blue. Now to add to this, all I want to do is take and add in that beautiful piece that I did a makeover on and thrifted last week. Here it is. It's a candle holder. I wanted to use it without that little ring on there, so I made a piece of wood and of course just painted it all the same color, tried to distress it all, and I just absolutely love it. And I want to use it as a riser for this gorgeous picture, this beautiful ironstone picture that I thrifted as well. Look at that gorgeous stamp. So let's place that right here. And friends, I want to give it some height because I'm going to add other things on the bottom, and this needs to stand up just a little bit taller. So I want to add in some flags, so let's add in this glass. That way the flags won't flop all around, and it'll stay more secure in the places I want. I'm going to pop in this fern, and of course this was in that little basket I had sitting on here earlier. And so I'm just going to repurpose that. So now let's grab these beautiful old cotton flags. And friends, I have so many of these. I love these so much. And I know it seems like I probably will have a lot of flags going on, but that's okay. It's what I love. I love the red, white, and blue. I love these old flags. I love America. I'm so proud of our country. And I want to display these gorgeous flags. So let's just pop them right inside. I also just wanted to give you guys a tip when you're placing a flag. If you want to make that stick not show, which that's what I like, you can roll the flags the direction that you want them to go. So if you want them to go to the left, you just roll them that direction and that material folds over itself. I just think it makes them hang and look so pretty. So if you haven't tried that, give it a try. Y'all know how much I love these flowers. I usually bring them out at spring and I leave them all the way up until fall when I just absolutely have to take them down. But I love this, the way it's styled, so I want to use it again. It's got that bluish color, so they're going to be perfect sitting right here. Now to this gorgeous dish that I just thrifted, I'm going to add in some of those spools of thread that I also thrifted. So all I did was go through the bag and pull out the thread that was in the colors of red, white, and blue. And so I'm just going to take those and pop them inside this dish. And as you can see, they have black on them. It looks like it was, again, probably in a fire, but that's okay. I'm just going to turn them to the back because maybe I can clean that off at some point. But for right now, I'm just going to turn them over and just go ahead and use them. They don't smell like smoke. So let's just style these right here in this gorgeous dish. So now I want to add in this star made out of this ruler. So thank you, Melanie, for reminding me in a comment that you had done this, because I knew I wanted to do it and I just really forgot about it. So I thought I would add it to my gallery wall like you had mentioned, but instead I think I'm going to put it right here. And I just love it. So friends, I always appreciate y'all's sweet comments. Thank you for all your ideas and thoughts. Y'all truly bless me every time I post with your sweet comments. But here's another one of those spools. It's got the red, white, and blue. So let's just place it right here beside it. And I think the only thing I'm going to do is add one of these smaller flags. And of course, this is not an old one. I really need to find some older, smaller flags, because nylon on these flags just drive me crazy. They never lay the way I would like, but I've twisted it the best I could to make it work, so we're just going to go with it. But friends, I really love the way this looks. I also remembered I had a number 4 that I wanted to add in here, but guess what? I can't find it for this video. So maybe next week I will have found it and I can share with you what I'm going to do with that, along with a few other things. But friends, I just love the way this is all coming together. So the last little finishing touches I want to add is just this piece of sheet music. I love that it is the red, white, and blue. It's got these beautiful pictures of the soldiers, and so let's just add that there. I'm going to add back in my Naomi Bible and just open it up and display one of my other small white Bibles. And you know, I love having the Bible displayed in my home, and I love when we can open it and just see God's Word. I just think that is such a blessing. So we're just going to style it like that with this little Bible. And friends, I'm gonna add one other little touch that I thought of. So let's go behind my couch and grab some candlesticks, and let's style that area right back there with just a couple of things. Now my candlesticks do not match, go figure, but the gold one I had, the candle would not fit inside the other gold ones. So I just grabbed the silver one that's super tarnished, and I think it's okay. You know, like I said, perfection is totally overrated, especially in my home. You know, living in a home that's as old as mine, things just will never be perfect. And you know what? That's okay. But let's add in these gorgeous candles that I got from Walmart. I love these. I love this color. My sister got some too and used them in her home. They're just absolutely beautiful. Okay friends, this is kind of what it's looking like since I've refreshed it with some of the items that I've thrifted. And it's just amazing what you can find when you're out shopping. You don't always have to buy new. I mean, there's nothing wrong with new decor. I love new things like everybody else, but my heart loves the old stuff. And so I'm always so excited when I can find a vintage treasure that I can use in my home. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. And I just want to say thank you all for all your love and support. Friends, before I go, I would just like to ask you if you would please continue to lift up Angie in your prayers. I have talked to her. She is fighting this fight. She is staying strong. Her faith is incredible. And I just want her to know how much we love her and support her and are praying for her daily. Before I go, I want to share this beautiful Bible verse with you. It says, God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. Friends, do you know that you have the wonderful privilege of approaching God with every need that you possibly have? You know, it's unfathomable to think about how much power that our Heavenly Father has. And you know what? He loves us so much. He gave us his only precious Son for our salvation. So I hope you know that everything you possess is from him. And friends, you can totally trust him to provide everything that you need. Friends, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. And friends, we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.